Here we are at Saturday, June 7th, again in front of Senator McCain's office. And we're here for another update interview on Day 13.
Okay, in fact we're down to the last hour of the day now, but as Larry said, it's Day 13. It's been a nice day. Hot today. The forecast high was either 101 or 103, and you can feel it. It is quite hot today, so be nice to get out of the sun. But nevertheless, I feel well. Had something of a steady stream of visitors throughout the day. A couple came through from San Diego, which was quite nice. They were on their way to the Grand Canyon, and they thought they would stop and see me. They were from the San Diego Truth movement. I got a very brief note from Stephen Jones wishing me well and encouraging me to eat something soon. I will, Stephen, don't worry. I can hardly wait to have my double cheeseburger. But for now, I feel well. My doctor's given me every indication that I can continue if I want, and for now, I sure want to. Really, there's not a lot to report. Being Saturday, we're not expecting any movement from inside the office, and then the same will be tomorrow. Being Sunday, there will be no expectations of any new developments, but nevertheless, I feel it's important to keep the vigil going. My presence here and our presence here, not just for the office's benefit, but for the community's benefit. If nothing else, we can say we helped get the word out. We helped draw attention to a very high-profile politician who is seeking the presidency, and at least we highlighted that he has some role in this 9/11 story. I want to believe to this day, even though it's Day 13, I'm not ready to say to write McCain off just yet. I believe Mr. McCain still has very much opportunity to step up to the plate. And I know I can go for a few more days. I don't know how many. I've tried to be cautious about that all along, that I didn't go out on a limb and say that I could do more than I really can. But at Day 13, and since I feel relatively well, I'm sure I'm good for a few more days. But in any event, it's been a good Day 13, and I look forward to beginning Day 14.
Any of McCain's people talk?
Yes, I've spoken with, in fact, we had a very nice meeting yesterday with a gentleman named Paul Hickman. He's the director of McCain's operations here in the state of Arizona, and he's virtually the highest level official for McCain here. We had a 50-minute discussion with him. We had an opportunity to have him walk over to his computer and view the collapse of Building 7. And then with some additional information, there were four of us meeting at once. One of the fellows asked him, well, what do you think about what you just saw? And he said, well, given everything else you've told me, it sure is very curious. But like many people, he said, I'm not an architect or an engineer, so I can't pass any professional judgment on it. But there's no doubt that it made an impact on him in that it raises questions. And by the way, Mr. Hickman said that the two previous messages I had brought to the office in the weeks before the strike, because I just didn't spring this out of nowhere, I came from, or without any warning, I came on May 1st and delivered a request to speak with Mr. McCain. I came again on May the 22nd, 3 weeks later, and delivered another, really an announcement that we were going to have a rally, and then I began the hunger strike on Memorial Day, commemoration for our troops in the past who lost their lives defending our freedom. And I thought, well, doggone it, I'm going to exercise that freedom, and that's why Memorial Day was selected as the day to begin the strike. But that Mr. Hickman did assure me that this message and the notes he was taking from our meeting yesterday would make it to Mr. McCain, because he writes a daily briefing for Mr. McCain. And I can read that Mr. McCain was daily. However, the two previous messages, he wasn't sure whether or not Senator McCain had read them himself.
How far are you going to go?
Stay tuned.
No plans on anything to do?
I'm in good health, where there is some media attention. If nothing else, raising public awareness I will be satisfied with. I realize Senator McCain's got to be extremely busy running for president, and I can't make any demands of him, and I certainly don't. But my point is that I don't think I'm asking too much by asking, as his constituent now. I mean, he's not president yet, He's my senator, and I'm asking for 2 hours of Mr. McCain's time, sometime in the next 5 months. I would pack up and go home tomorrow if I could get a commitment from Mr. McCain for just 2 hours in the next 5 months. And keep in mind, it's not so that I can talk to him for these 2 hours. We have arranged for Richard Gage and Stephen Jones to come and give a presentation of the very compelling and overwhelming scientific evidence that explains that those buildings were brought down by controlled demolition.
Is it true a radio station was at pizza yesterday?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
What happened?
Some guy got out of a van, and they told me the day before, or when I was on the show 2 days before, that they were going to do that. I heard that after last night's program, I heard it myself. They did the same thing to a hunger strike years ago. So, I mean, what are you supposed to do? My point is, if that's the response and the rebuttal to our arguments, we're really up against a bunch of intellectual lightweights here who really don't know what they're talking about. We're really a bunch of mental wrecks with microphones, nothing more. I'm not deterred. It was kind of funny to see my people who were around me dealing with it.
All right. Anything else?
No. I would just ask people, if you want to know more about really what is behind this effort, is please watch Building 7. Come down, just Google WTC7 and watch for yourself. Don't listen to truthers, or they smear us with all kinds of crazy labels. Watch Building 7 come down for yourself and ask yourself, have you seen that before? And I'm sure your inclinations or your intuitions will answer that. I don't need to answer that.
All right. You just get a couple of shots of it. Sure. Appreciate it. No problem.
I apologize for being a bit weak. I kind of slowed down to listen to talking.
Okay, man.
It's been here 2 days without a scrap of food. This is my primary message here. I'll adjust it to whatever you like.
Oh, it's fine. So who else came out?
We've had Channel 3 and in fact, your station sent out a crew a few days ago. A couple of people came, a gal and a fella, and they did a little filming. And then there was this, probably just the radio station, and that's been over the phone really. A reporter from the Arizona Republic came out and did a rather extensive interview with me 3 or 4 days ago. He had an hour-and-a-half interview with me early in the morning while it was still cool. And really, as far as the mainstream media, like your major channels, there's really been not too much in the way of response. Or interest, I guess I should say.
No national people?
No, in fact, one of our members wrote the AP and got a response that the 911 Truth Movement is simply a fringe movement and not worthy of national attention. So that was the Associated Press. And this fella who was with us, who wrote this request to inquire, was had a connection or something. So he got a response rather quickly. But there was little interest at the national level.
Yeah, Laura, I would say on the internet there's been there's a lot of energy on the internet, though. Yeah.
I'm a downright sensation on the internet.